to do these things with kid gloves on. It's going to have to be, if you go to a drafting military, which is what it looks like you're going to have to do if we get into a major engagement, I think that you're going to see a need to go back to a very hard style level of training. And I would be happy to participate in that. As a matter of fact, I think it would do this country some good. The other thing, when you talk about Anthony Blinken and some of these others, well, number one, again, we go back to qualifications to be in a leadership role.
Yep.
Obviously, he's void of that. There are many of them. There are many of them, they call them, I love how they talk about politicians. They're out there fighting for you. They don't know what fighting is. They have no idea what real fighting is. And I'm not even talking about, they don't even do the political fighting anymore. What they do is they cut deals that benefits them.
Yep.
And right now they're looking at, the ship is sinking with this administration. Okay. Its ship is sinking with this administration. And so now, how do you distract everybody off of this sinking ship? You send the country into war. And I think a lot of this stuff that they're doing is done to distract. Look what they're doing to Trump. Look what they're doing to other people. It's a distraction. Take your eyes off what's going on with Hunter and Joe Biden. Don't worry about what they're doing. Don't pay attention to what they're doing. But the country is paying attention. And the silent majority, as Greg Meakin was saying, is looking, and they're going to wake up, and they're going to find out that all the money that you all are pouring in to try to get your saviors elected, it ain't going to mean squat to us Americans out here that are going to get up and we're going to vote for the right person and not for some clown that just happens to be up there blustering and telling the world how great that they are. Because when I watch somebody brag about themselves to the degree that I see politicians bragging on themselves, it brings me back to the 7 deadly sins, okay? And you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Why would you elect someone that is so prideful? It is one of they're lustful, they're prideful. They've got all of this evil wickedness inside of them.
Vanity.
And this country, vanity, terrible. Anyways, I think that to go back to your original question, yes, I think we're on a pathway for that. But I think we're on that pathway because of the political climate that we have. And it's just like, if you see somebody that's trying to get away from the cops, and they're running through a building, they're throwing down everything they can to get between them and the cops to try to, create an obstacle.
Right.
And this is what you have a bunch of kids that are running out of a store trying to throw and take as much stuff as they can with them as they go.
I was talking with my friend down in Mobile, Alabama, and he was talking about how that they get hurricanes coming up in the Gulf, and he said, a hurricane, people they can be destructive, but they also cleanse. They clean everything up like a giant vacuum and cleans it up. And what if things are so messed up beyond all fixing that what if a hurricane or just something so big that it kind of cleans it up, you know what I'm saying? Where that's actually the only way of fixing it is wrecking half of it.
Yeah. Well, the sad thing about that is, and you're right about that, the sad thing about that and what we're talking about is, you hear a lot of people talking about war.